So let's say in the next step I would like to slightly soften those very sharp corner edges I have here. If I go to the left view, you can see that this is rather sharp and pointy. And to do this, we can make use of the surface fillet tool, and you find it under Palette, Surfaces, and then Surface Fillet. Then I double click it, and inside the Surface Fillet control panel you, for example, have a construction type, a section type, G1, G2, G3. You also have your other options inside alias 2013. You also have auto update. I think in 2010 you do not have it. And to use it, you can see that inside the command line it tells me to select my first surface. For example, I can click this one, then I have to click accept. Then it asks me about selecting the second surface, for example my sleeve. Click accept. And then you see like a magenta and a yellow arrow. And maybe from this view you can see that they emerge from the surface kind of like as a tangent, sorry, not tangent, perpendicular. So that's called the surface normal or surface direction. That is a direction the surface looks. And because we're creating a fillet, kind of like a convex one, the arrows always have to look into where basically the center of that fillet would be. So we can click on build, and then as you can see we have here in green a new surface. If you work with alias 2013, when you clicked build you can then actually modify the value, so you don't have to reselect all your surfaces again. And once you're done, you could go select nothing, or maybe let's go to object mode first, because I would like to talk a little bit more about what we just did. Here, for example, I have created a small sketch. You see a surface and a surface. And for example, there is a ring in between. So the fillet, if you take a look at it, you see it looks like part of a circle. And then there's somewhat actually true. There's a really big circle projected around this object, and then where it intersected with this surface and the top cap surface, it got trimmed. And where those two surfaces meet, you see there's also a really nice smooth transition that is called G1. So that two surfaces actually meet at a tangent point. For example, here you see it's a very sharp corner there. That is called G0, or positional continuity. This means the two surfaces meet at this point, but their flow breaks. There is no soft and smooth transition. So G0 means kind of like a sharp edge, and then G1, G2, G3, the higher the number, the smoother the surface. And those yellow, those blue arrows I just sketched in here, they should represent the direction where the surface normals have to go to. So kind of like, this is my ring. So it's, this part is kind of like convex, and here would be kind of like the center. So those arrows actually point away to kind of like a center of that ring. So let's maybe do the same on this edge. So I go to surfaces and then surface fillet. I'm going to select this surface, click accept, click this surface, click accept, and go to your side view. And as you can see, though, the arrows actually now point into the model. And if I turn on my sketch here again, you see that this line maybe is like this one, this line is like this, and then instead of having the curve go this way it will go this way. So those blue arrows have to point into my model this time. So just out of curiosity, I'm going to flip those arrows, and then I click Build. And here it will tell you arrow building fillet, check normals, check size. So of course the normals here were wrong. And by having them flipped, you see it immediately constructed it. And then I close this one, go to pick, nothing, object. Now let's say you would like at one point to change the radius of a fillet. To do this, you could go to Edit Object and then go to the Query Edit. And then with the tool activated, I can click on this fillet, and it brings back the command I created that surface with. And in this case, of course, the surface fillet tool. I could go ahead, press 5, and then it updates the surface. And in case you might not have those control options I have here with auto update, you will see properly down here a button saying update. Just click it and then it will do the same. And that is the way how you work with surface fillets. And what's very important here to understand is this is a closed circle and this is also a closed circle. So the edges perfectly match. So the surface fillet can only work between like two matching edges. If you take two sheets of paper, you can make a fillet between two edges, but you cannot make a fillet between one edge and then two edges.